review or clarifications. Some decades ago, the nation of USA is known as one of the countries that still create a heavy discrimination regulation toward black people in USA. At the time, the value of discrimination was believed by the society of USA as the righteous value that should be officially legitimated by the law of government. But as the time goes, by the flowing of time, slowly but sure, the society of the United States of America was starting to realize is if there was something wrong with their value. Some open discussions that were conducted in any media like newspaper, radio, television at that time have succeeded to open the perspective of mind of the society of America. And finally, some decades after that, finally the United States of America has been becoming one of the most democratic countries in the world that really respect the value of diversity and never even tries to uphold and value of discrimination again as an official legitimate law in its government system. The transformation that happened in the USA was not happen in just 1 month, not even in 1 year or 5 years. It actually took some decades for the society of the USA to transform the value of discrimination into the value of respecting diversity of perspective and race in the country. One important moral message that we can get from this story is the society changed their value the themselves. There was never any imposition from other party or from the United Nations as the authority of the world. The United Nations as the authority never interfered and just let the society to choose to stay with the value from discrimination or to transform this value by themselves without have to be transcended by any punishment from the United Nations as the authority of the world. The transformation of the society in the USA can be success to happen because in the first place it was committed by the society themselves. It was them who want to change their own value. That is why all the change that happened in this country were successfully extracted by a level of society who support and wanted to have this change. In conclusion, transform can only be successful if it is the society or the individual himself who want to change the value and the imposition toward the society to change their value will only going to create a major unsustainability in the future like what is currently happening in Iraq and Afghanistan. The, at the moment and the similar unsustainability of the proposal will be also happen if the government force the society to stop smoking by threatening them to jail punishment. B. Classes. Fundamentally, there are several classes of argument that I'm going to analyze from this debate today. First, whether or not retributive and rehabilitative approach is justifiable to endorse a new value to replace the previous value. Second, whether or not the government should uphold a rational decision by interfering when the society five their basic right, or should the government support an irrational decision by deciding to just buy behind and grant the society choice to scartify their basic right? Third, which model or proposal that will be in line or proportional to the principle of the democratic country, whether a standard of human right protection that shall be universal by ensuring a generalization and equal treatment and value facilitation of a level of society, or shall a standard of human right protection be relative to each individual by providing different treatment of value accommodation to each or different society or individual? Let's analyze the first class. First class, whether or not retributive and rehabilitative approach is justifiable to endorse a new value to replace the previous value? We shall say no, just because the government, as an authority, have the power to regulate law. It does not necessarily mean the government has the legitimacy to impose it is society to transform their value by arbitrarily categorizing the society's value as illegitimate and even a criminal value that shall be deserved to get punishment in the jail and even needed to be rehabilitated. Believe if their previous value is wrong and the value that is currently being imposed and regulated by the government is this right value to be accepted. That is regular wrong and trying